It'll show up in some newspaper somewhere. Yeah.
Will do.
Heard anything about a Deputy Fisher over the last couple days?
No. I've had a few people ask this name, no. At least it didn't ring any bells.
I will tell, I guess.
Now my curiosity's piqued.
You don't get to know. It's a secret.
All right. I'm sure I'll get by. All right.
Would you have time for a talk, Aiden? No, or...
Yeah, we can do. Yeah, let's talk.
Yeah.
Okay, sir. Look a little worse for wear.
Shot a few days ago. And have you seen Esteban or Armando?
Yeah, they're in Tumbleweed speaking to Mr. Delaney about now. They said they'd been keeping him waiting. They should be back real soon, actually.
Appreciate it.
They said it wouldn't take about 10, maybe 15 minutes, and that was about 5 or 10 minutes ago, so should be any moment now. They come strolling back in.
Who do I have the pleasure of addressing? My name is Abdul-Qadir, but my friends call me Abdul or the Egyptian.
Oh, hey, Abdul. Yeah, my name's Famous. Pleasure.
Famous? Oh. Alright.
Good to meet you, Abdul. Name's Cheney.
Mr. Cheney, nice to meet you. Of course, Boris is over there now under the lantern.
Name's Clay.
Clay, nice to meet you as well.
Where's the horse's hooves now?
I'm sorry, ma'am, what did you say?
My name is Zora.
Oh, Zora, hello. That's a big grande.
Lots of chatting.
Yeah, when I was talking with them over there, I feel like my boots are getting itchy. All just standing and talking.
Yeah, we've got a job to do today anyway, so we'll see how that goes.
Oh, really?
We've got no heat on us anymore.
Oh,
As
okay.
of about 2 hours ago.
Hola, compadres.
Yeah.
Hello.
How's it going?
How you
Bad
feeling?
advice.
Unfortunately, we have a meeting, Abdul, so we can catch up later.
Alright.
Good to
Let's
see you
head
up, Brad,
to the
buddy.
roof.
All right. Aiden's just talking to Boris about something right now.
Hello, Miguel.
How you feeling, Abdul?
Like someone shot me in the chest a few days ago.
Oh, fuck. Again?
No, same fellows as before. Well, same time as before, I suppose.
Well, you hold up, okay, amigo?
I'm doing alright, yeah.
I think I'm gonna go to that meeting.
I think I probably should as well.
Do you know who those two are?
Under the lantern?
Uh-huh.
The one in the cap is Boris. He's like family to me and
Barely
Hades.
called him.
Okay.
Or at least a
We
good
get him
friend.
ballsy everywhere. Apparently we'll be knocking on Van Horn's door day in, day out as well.
Abdul, you want to sit?
Yeah, thanks.
How are you feeling today?
Better, but
Well,
Still, like,
let's
I'm
get to
sure.
know some people. Mi nombre es Esteban Jiménez See, you got Sánchez. shot or Mucho shit? gusto.
Pleasure. Name's Clay.
Up to me then, I'm Torsten Hammer.
Richard Cheney. Pleasure to meet you.
Name's Bell. Bellatrix.
You broke the order, Bill.
Yeah, didn't.
There's an order. Oh, I'm Armando. Hey.
And
Hi,
I am
Armando.
Miguel Hidalgo.
Okay, I'm Percy Carson.
Hello, I'm famous.
What?
Famous?
Is that your name, or are you making a statement?
See, what are you famous for?
That's my name.
Oh, okay.
Good name.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Name is Zora.
Don't even think about it, Percy.
What? I know Zora.
Yeah. I heard about your nickname.
Who, me?
Mm-hmm.
I have a nickname? Oh no. What is it?
Oh, you mean PP Stick?
Yeah.
Tiny stick.
Fuck.
Oh,
Not
well,
tiny.
What the fuck?
Muy
Oh, was it
grande.
tiny?
Yes, a Chinese lady gave it to him.
Oh,
Mhm.
yeah, tiny
Goddamn.
stick. It
I'm gonna
was.
grab Aiden.
Okay.
Yeah.
Make
Where
yourself
you gonna
useful.
grab him, goddammit?
Not from your stick.
Did he say his name was Percy?
Say Percy
Yes,
Carson.
that is Percy.
That's the guy that Wainwright thought I was. What the fuck?
Yeah. That's who Wainwright thinks
Look
you are.
nothing alike.
No, you don't.
You don't
I
have any
think
facial
Wainwright
hair.
needs glasses.
Wainwright's not exactly known for knowing folk or good judgment.
I
or
was
anything
standing like
that.
less than 5 feet away from him. And Nadia's like, who are you? And Wainwright turns around and said, that's Percy Carson. He's wanted. Arrest him. Who the fuck is Percy?
Why the fuck am I always the laughing stock?
No, in this case it's Mr. Wainwright, not you.
Oh,
Yeah,
what about?
Wainwright got you
Apparently
and
you
I
look like
confused
famous.
with each other. I mean, personally, I can see the resemblance right away. It's like a mirror.
Are you comparing me to Wainwright?
No,
Oh,
out of the
no.
way.
Oh my.
Wainwright
That's
thought
one
that
way
I
to get
was
up,
you.
partner.
Oh.
See, I almost shook the building up.
Yeah, I noticed.
I mean, I could see it a little bit, to be honest.
Really?
A little bit. I was shaving for a minute when I came out of Sisica, so.
Oh, this is the black
that could be
one.
it. Yeah.
Right.
Just go do that, Chief.
How's everybody doing?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Hey, está bueno.
Good.
How about
Thanks for
yourself?
welcoming us to your home.
Of course.
But, I'll be honest, I haven't really been up this way too much, but I will admit the welcome was fairly friendly, so you got me smiling and the food was pretty good. Not really in the mood to have a drink, not yet at least, but I will compliment your food.
Hey, everybody is welcome here. I like to keep this a place of neutral ground, you know.
Yeah. I can respect that. Well, Esteban, I know we've met loosely in the passing on the road and whatnot, and given each other a nod, and we've laughed and joked about certain things, but I guess formal introductions. My name's Aiden Blackwood. Stay over at Mercer mostly. More in the west. Not exactly tied to Mercer as such, but that's where we're staying at the moment. Y'all carry a name for yourselves. Each and every one of you.
Why? What did we do wrong?
Didn't say it was a bad name. Out
I'm
here,
just
out this
fucking with
way.
you.
Good and bad, I suppose. I hear a mix of things. From the deputies, different things, all spurting your name left, right, and center. You're the talk of the fucking town, partner, Mr. Esteban.
Hey,
Talking
don't
to
I
state.
know it.
Yeah, sure you do. Sure you do. I guess I was coming on by just to come on, introduce ourselves properly since we've not had the chance. Given I'm sure you're no stranger to no tensions are high, I'll be straight and look you dead in the eyes and say I know full what happened with over at Cook's people, at least their side of the story. I'm not here to cause any trouble and spill any blood, anything like that. It's not my business. Don't need to be my business. Only worry about my people. That's all I care about.
Hey, well,
Good news.
between me and Cook, it boils down to, he did something he said he wouldn't, and when I called him out on it, he called me a liar. And then he doubled down on calling me a liar. I drew guns. I was the first to draw. But I do things honorably. If I draw a gun on you, I'm not gonna outnumber you. I'm not gonna outposition you. I'm gonna let you get the cover, and you're gonna know what's happening before it happens. Guns drawn and aimed. I said, okay, everybody get the cover. 2 seconds into saying this, one of Cook's people threw his navy and tried to drop me and Armando instantly. I found this to be quite cowardly. They all got put down that day, and I really don't give a shit about pursuing any conflict with them going forward. But they want their blood and they've let me know it. However, we've gone about things as amicably as we can. We've drawn our lines in the sand. No one's getting picked up and tortured. No one's getting outnumbered. The law is not gonna pick our bones like vultures. You know. For instance, 6 of us right now, we come across 2 of Cook's people, and if I really feel like kicking their ass, it'll only take 2 of us to do it, and vice versa. That's the way we operate.
I'm gonna stand a little closer because the storm's fucking loud.
Hey, it's always storming when it needs not to be.
Doesn't really want to talk, I'm inconvenient.
I can
There
do
we
just
go.
fine. Y'all must be getting old or something.
So let me get
It's
this
nice.
straight then.
Okay.
So between Cook and your people, it's all no cloak and dagger, huh? Standing in front of one another, a bit like me and you right now.
Hey,
Very much even ground fighting. Is that what you're saying?
see, that's what he's agreed to, and I've agreed to it as well.
So that's an amicable resolution. Again, it's not my business, to be honest. As much as I have a friend in Cook, let's say. It's more of an alliance more than a friend. I wouldn't cry if he died. Just like
To
you
be
wouldn't cry
honest,
for me.
he's not
I see
really a
that.
priority of mine. I'm more
Welcome.
interested in this Hank Hammer bullshit.
Hmm.
And
Ain't we all?
see,
Before we start discussing the Hank Hammer thing, there is one thing a lot of us on the backwoods do stay at the fort too. So if it was come to a fight, will you guys let us get a chance to get out of there if we are there with them?
see, of course. Ideally, I don't want to fight at anybody's home to begin with. You know,
Yeah, that's
a lot of
understandable.
people respect La Guarida. They don't put bullet holes anywhere near here because we care about it. You know, if you care about Fort Mercer, I'm gonna treat it with the same respect. But I didn't shoot first in that situation.
No, I'm not saying you. I'm just
See, I know what you mean.
looking out for my boy.
We also have civilians that work out there, run the bar, that sort of thing. It's also looking after them.
Yeah. See, we often have civilians working here too. It's tit for tat sort of thing, you know. You do right by me, I do right by you. That's the way we work. But it's nice to meet you formally. I know we keep running into each other and having 1-minute conversations.
Or boxing each other in with a wagon in Valentine.
Well, how have things been in Fort Mercer? You're doing a lot of business.
As best as we can, to be honest. I'll be honest with you, Esteban. I'm not really somebody that goes into business of trading a lot and trying to run a lot of the businesses and whatnot. I'm not a businessman. The business that I'm sure we all share, if we're speaking plainly and not bullshit and whatnot, is probably very similar. But I also appreciate you might dabble in things such as towns, contribute where we can to other people. Other folk who do right by us will do right by them. That's how it goes, tit for tat. This is the phrase that I've heard. You know, I'm not trying to go on some mission and try and rebuild a town or offer hospitality to everybody that I meet. I'm a simple man, and all I care about, and I say it often, is my people. I'll smile at everybody else, and I help them out where I can. Fight for people if I have to, providing the motive is good enough. And that's it for me. But yeah, business is okay, but deputies are knocking every fucking day at the moment. I wish I was exaggerating, but they're not. It's every fucking day. Tirelessly. Trying to clamber the walls. It's like a siege that we're never gonna win, but we stand there anyway.
Though I have never held Fort Mercer, I know it well. This was a great tradition of mi familia in the past, the Lobos, to old Fort Mercer. Much of my family has died there. That's why I don't really touch the place. I just associate it with a losing battle. But you're right about the law. For a great many months, they would not come to La Guarida looking for a fight. If they did, they put their guns away, they asked politely, you know. More often than not, they just left. But they become so tenacious as to come here and not take no for an answer. In fact, after our gunfight with Cook, I got a bullet in my leg. Abdul got a bullet towards his lung. As we're getting surgery downstairs, the law come. I have to go out there, quickly stitched up with morphine in my veins. I have to go stand in front of Sadie Parker and fight them off. They're very confident, very confident. My goal going forward is to humble them a little bit. I'm not going to be riding out kidnapping nobody, but if someone's dumb enough to chase me, I'm no longer going to be chased. I told them I spent my entire career running. From this day onward, I'm going to spend the rest of it charging forward. They took that as some sort of challenge. That's why they can. To me, it's just business.
Yeah, they will. I know you've all been no strangers to fighting deputies. In fact, I've caught you all fighting out this way many times in the Sandy Plains. Every deputy that comes on by from Mercer from time to time normally says, "Hey, have you seen Esteban?" And we politely say, "Fuck off." And by that time, they kind of come up and look at the walls and go, "Is that you, Mr. Blackwood?" And I say, "Yeah." And they say, "Oh, great. Well, we're not moving now." And they lay siege.
And then we send them running.
In fact, I've had the deputy say to my people, which shocked me, to be honest, if I'm speaking plainly for why the reasons from what I hear and where you pushed on Cook's folk. But a deputy confessed to me, a senior deputy, in fact, the reason why we come out west so pissed off and pick on all y'all is because when we lose the most wanted man in the crossing, being Esteban, deputies get a little frustrated.
So they throw their toys out prom, huh?
Kind of, yeah, but they push a little harder, so to say. It's understandable, it's frustrating, right? You lose the most wanted man, the deputies ain't doing their job right. This man should be in cuffs, y'all know it.
I stand by the words that I am the easiest man to catch in all of Saints Crossing. And that's the truth. Almost every day I'm alone out there, working, having business meetings. Hell, I'm even going out east. And yet I remain free.
I can attest to this. The last couple months, if it's not been alone, it's just been me and him, you know. They chased us with 7 out of Blackwater.
I can too. Before I joined, he met with me above Emerald just himself and Armando?
Honestly, it's a very recent occurrence that they've been so tenacious with me. I'd say for over half a year, I'd run into deputies, they'd outnumber me. They could have me red-handed right there. And they say, oh, well, that's Esteban. He's not hurting nobody. He's not kidnapping, torturing nobody. He just robs banks. And they let me go. And it went like that for maybe 6 months.
I wish I had that fucking luxury.
Well,
Okay.
I carefully manicured my image with the deputies.
Yep.
That we have a very strong understanding. However, I've reached the point now where I am so wanted that they're not so forgiving.
No,
They
they
shot
ain't.
Abdul here while he was carrying Miguel.
See, they've been shooting our people while they're carrying injured in every gunfight.
Mm-hmm.
They did that to us earlier in the
Yeah.
week.
Motherfuckers.
They shot me to
then-
shit when I tried to pick up Miguel and Abdul. After they shot Abdul, I got shot to shit going anywhere close to them. I barely
And
made
I
it
got
out.
shot by them earlier in the week after a gunfight we had with them, and they left me out there for hours until Aiden and Clay and them, who had gotten broken out, managed to come and find me.
Bro, who's famous? He sounds.
And
So
I wasn't
familiar.
hidden either. I was right there on the road.
Jesus.
Deputies need to be kept in check. That's the problem. They're starting to push. We should all be, not be fools to know they're gonna push anyway, right? Given the shit we all do.
Yeah.
Deputies are gonna come. We'd be fools to say that we don't deserve what we get. Deputies
They're
are
doing
fucking...
their job. Hey,
Exactly. So,
None of that.
famous here on my far left, he always makes a good point and grounds me that we shouldn't be angry for them coming after us all in the way they're pushing. But obviously when you get pushed, you push back, right? We had people to yield to live in the West. If we did that, we would have been locked up long ago and I'd be a damn baker.
I bet you bake some good goods, though.
Be a
I
terrible
probably
baker.
would, even if he baked, he'd probably
be
kill you with his
fucking
bacon.
It's
Awful.
very understandable the way they push with as wanted as we are. You know, it's just my issue is when I treat them with a certain level of decorum, I expect it back. And if they're not going to give it back, then I'm gonna have to take something else from them. You know, they've been very confident lately. Very confident, very aggressive. Going forward, I'm going to have to humble them a little bit. Give them
I
a
don't
reason to
expect
think
nothing from
twice.
them. They're gonna get you by hook or by crook. And slowly
Hey.
over time, they're gonna get more and more desperate. Slowly over time, they get more and more ruthless. I think we can bitch and moan about the way they treat us, but I think we accept it and we do shit that we do. It's I don't know, I feel like it's a pointless circle to talk about that kind of thing.
Depends on if you're a man of honor or not. I treat you one way, you treat me another way. If death and violence is our business, so be it. But I have decorum. You take advantage of my decorum, I'll take advantage of you. That's the way it is.
I haven't had much decorum. I was used as a hostage one time. Deputies recognized me and they gave the order to just shoot.
Jesus Christ.
May have heard about them doing this sort of thing. Who the fuck is staring at me?
I was chased by a deputy, a couple deputies in Saint Denis. One of them tackles me to the ground and she starts choking me. So I punch her off of me and then she just pistol whips me multiple times because I punched her off of me while she was trying to strangle me to death.
Hey, a few weeks ago we were in a gunfight with the law, shot one of theirs down. And we opened negotiations with so that they would take their injured and leave. They said, okay, let's talk. We step out from behind cover, no guns aimed, just talking. Pebbles walks up, carefully draws his navy, shoots down one of ours in the middle of negotiations.
Fuck.
Wow.
See,
That
then
motherfucker.
I confronted him about it in Valentine like a week later. I said, what do you have to say for yourself? He said, I have to say this, it didn't happen, you're a liar. He said that in front of 5 deputies and they all believed him. We got into a gunfight, it came down to him and one other deputy. That other deputy threw their hands up and said, okay, we surrender, we surrender. I said, all right, stop shooting, stop shooting. We walk over to them. What does Pebbles do? Runs out from behind cover and tries to fend me down. See?
That motherfucker, Pebbles has been a fucking thorn for us. We've put him down numerous times, but yeah, that motherfucker just goes for it. He really does.
That's what I mean by decorum. If somebody says I surrender, I'm not gunning you down after you surrender. If you're not a threat to me, there's no point in it. But some of these deputies, they really don't care.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, they're going to have to learn the hard way then. Every deputy we've crossed, we've always dragged them out of the west where we can, left them at the top of the ridge. Us Blackwoods don't cause shit in towns where we can. We'll always take the fight elsewhere. Same time, I won't hesitate from fighting in a town if I have to stay alive. My town ain't a priority back then. I forget about the town for a moment, but innocent life is not something I'm willing to spill blood next to. In fact, a lot of the people of the Armadillo respect my people, and I hope to keep it. Gives me a chance to smile a little bit more when I come into town, instead of, walking around with a frown like I'm about to get shot by a lawman.
Hey, I was one of the people who helped rebuild Armadillo. I don't appreciate the bullet holes in it, you know. So we try to avoid it as well, where we can. But sometimes deputies don't let you leave, you know. We had a day once where we went in there, we checked telegrams 10 minutes. Not 10 minutes, 10 seconds. We get back on our horses to go leave, and they stop us and say, we don't like you being in town. And we're like, see, so we're leaving. And they say, no, why don't you stay here a little bit longer? It's, I don't think they care as much about the people of the West as much as they care about the paycheck they'll get when they bring us in.
Mm-hmm. So it goes. We say this right now, that a lot of people know there's bounty hunters out there. Let's say, skirting the surface of this hammer business, too. They won't give a fuck if they dropped you at the porch. You've got some bullet holes in you, Esteban. Bloodied lip, maybe. Perhaps one of your boys is laying dead in the ground. They drop you at their feet, they're probably gonna say, oh, thank you, Mr. Hammer. What happened? Oh, yeah, he tried to fight back and I had to put him down. Oh, thank you so much. That's the reality of it.
I see us on equal ground with the deputies. They kidnap, they rob, they kill. The amount of families they've broken up, you know, I mean, their track record doesn't compare to mine, right? And I don't hold any of that against them. It's just business. And some of these deputies see it the same way, that it's just business. But a lot of them want to get personal and get righteous. Like they're angels on our shoulders and they're gonna guide us. I find it insulting.
What did the one say to you after we dropped them at La Guarida? They said, how long are you going to keep this up for? Like it was some kind of running joke.
Deputy came up to me and said, Esteban, how long do you think you can keep this up for? And I said, are you asking me how long I want to remain breathing? You asking me how long I want to be free for? What a stupid fucking question. I turned myself in. I'll be turning myself into a noose. That's a fact. If the law catch me, kill me. You don't get to be the most wanted man in Saints Crossing history without the government making an example out of you. And that's what they're gonna do.
Condemned to death already, but you knew that, right? You ain't a fool. You don't strike me as a fool.
See, well, you don't take somebody's life without expecting to lose yours at some point. And I've taken a few.
I see. So is this your outfit? Standing around me right now?
Nay, minus a couple more. Let's see.
I see. Well, like you say, I know we have this business with Hammer causing a lot of problems for everybody. I'm not sure if it directly affects you, what you plan to do with it, other than maybe threat. Certainly in terms of Blackwoods, should he be a threat to us, then we'll also deal with it. Only business I go into, like I say, is the ones that skirt the lines of my people. You cross me, that's fine. You know, I know where we stand. It's easier then. Conversation don't have to happen.
Well,
We can deal with all the other bits.
You just need to be careful, man. I'm telling you, Hank, when he strung me up, before he shot me up and drug me through Blackwater, he told me he's coming after everyone. He says he's not just after the goons.
Didn't even know who Percy was, and he did it.
Yeah, he thought I was one of the goons.
And after he told him he was a Del Lobo, he said, well, good, because we're coming after everybody out west. So if I find one of Hank's people or Hank himself, I'm taking him into the main street of Blackwater, and I'm going to trample him under the cobblestones with our horses.
All right.
But Aiden, I'm telling you as a friend that we've spilled blood together. We've gone through some shit together. I'm telling you, man, you just need to be very, very careful. Anybody you don't know directly or anybody that looks a little weird could be Hank Hammer or a spy.
They like to wear disguises.
They do.
Get in with people.
Or a
Good to
bounty
know.
hunter. We've got
that too.
bounty hunters after myself and Aiden, so.
See, I don't know if I have any bounty hunters on me.
Oh, yeah, you do, I'm sure. Got the big paycheck on you.
See?
I think every bounty hunter that lives is after you, but they just don't know how to get you.
What's the consensus on the ranch? This bullshit with Hammer and the people out that way. Because what I'm hearing is that there's a Western Unite sort of about to happen, where entire fucking parties of gangs and outfits are going to descend upon the place and Hank's people. Sounds to me like they're going to be dead in a couple of days, to be honest.
I don't plan on aiding anybody else in this. But as of right now, I have a personal interest in it, given what happened to Percy. But for McFarlane's, I'm still gathering information on exactly who rides with Hammer. But I know it's Seth Kelly.
Yeah.
Mason as well.
But I'm not going to attack people by proxy. I'm not going to go to McFarlane's and attack ranch hands, you know. Only the people I know for a fact are out there committing this stupid bullshit.
Aiden, didn't you say there was another ex-lawman with him too?
Wagner?
Yeah.
That's right.
Wagner. Hans Wagner, if you're familiar with the name. Used to be a deputy.
The German one that screams a lot.
Yeah.
Yep. He's with them. Seen him out in Armadillo a fair bit. So, just be conscious of it. I'd like to know, ideally, if you wouldn't mind sharing it, since we have a common enemy. Just so I can maintain the safety of my people and at least my own ass. Should you hear any people, or at least know who he rides with, I'd appreciate if you could pass on the information. Us two don't have intention of riding out on the ranch, don't have intention of spilling blood that don't need to be spilled. But should Hammer come, just like he's wronged one of yours, Percy here, should I get personal motive in it, then I will make it personal. But right now I intend to keep arm's length away from it as much as I fucking can for as long as I can.
See, once I have a dossier together, I'll give you a list of names.
I'd appreciate that very much.
Seguro. Well, it is nice meeting all of you formally. Perhaps from time to time, we'll go up to Fort Mercer and say hello.
Fair enough.
Welcome.
Muy bien. And again, any of you are welcome to come here anytime.
All right. Esteban, can I pull you for a chat very briefly, just me and you?
See.
Gonna be short, folks.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna be downstairs.
Yeah, me too. I gotta take a leak.
Is there an interesting bunch down there waiting for attention, I guess?
There is? Who the hell might that be?
You tell me.
Abdul. Can you make me a small, summary of the whole meeting, the whole conversation?
I guess.
You know, bottom lines, bottom points, because I feel like there was too much talking, but
Right. Baseline is Blackwoods are not at war with us. We're not at war with them. We're friendly, basically. We're sort of more concerned with Hammer.
Okay.
And if something happens with Hammer to Blackwoods people, then he'll get involved. But until then, he's sort of waiting.
Okay. And if we ever go to Fort Mercer, we have to let the Blackwoods go out and then have our quarrel with Cook's people, right?
If there's going to be one, yeah. That's what it sounds like.
Okay, perfect. And I understood everything, Abdul.
Yeah. It sounds like Esteban doesn't want to fight at Mercer anymore, though, just because it's other people's homes. Just like
you look like shit, Abdul, eh? You look like shit, amigo.
Thank you.
Has a doctor checked your injuries?
Not since it's been patched up by Esteban's sister.
Esteban has a sister?
Yeah, she's a doctor. There's no bullets in me now.
Oh, yeah, it's like his sister, but okay, see, Helen, I think, see.
Yeah,
Okay.
like my sister.
Perfect. You need help getting down?
Probably, yeah.
Okay. Go down. I will. Is it okay if I hold your hand?
Yeah. Oh. Thank you. I think we're all right. I think he's gonna miss the ladder, though. That's fine.
Go, hey, Abdul.
Hello, Jim. How are you?
Oh, are you good? What happened to you?
I got shot.
Oh, are you doing? Shit.
Yeah, one of them stayed in my lung apparently, but the doctor got it out. So just recovery. You know how it is.
Get well soon, please.
Yeah, will do.
I'm good.
Yeah, I winked at her and she just fell over.
Oh, fuck off.
Oh.
Hey, Boris, how are you?
Howdy. Well, I certainly do better than you, I guess.
Yeah, well, 2 from a Navy in the chest will do that.
What happened to you? Who did that to you?
One of the people that rides with Cook. I don't know which one.
Why?
That's a question for Esteban. It was 6 of us versus 6 of them, so...
Alright. Was there any reasonable reason behind it, or just some stupid shit?
A fair amount of what Cook is doing.
I think there is just gonna be.
To some extent, bringing down more heat from
I think I'm just gonna.
us than is
If there's even a hint of it,
happening.
I'm going to bed.
And there was a chat.
Even if it's a meeting for me specific, I'm going to bed.
And somewhere in the middle of that, things got heated. Esteban called Cook a liar because he was lying about something, and
good.
Cook called Esteban a liar right back, and people didn't take kindly to it.
That's Clay.
Guns were drawn, and we started to back up, and then his side fired.
Over there.
No warnings.
Either shitting or eating.
In Tolston. No, he's over there with Percy in Tolston. And Bella, I think she said her name was.
I'm the worst of us, though, so I'm walking and talking, so that's good.
Yeah. Well, to see you alive.
Yes, and nice to meet you.
Thank you.
I'm Rodrigo.
Appreciate you.
Nice to meet you as well, Rodrigo.
Let us know.
Sorry, how was your name?
I'm gonna ask
Abdul.
second we leave.
Ah, Abdul, nice to meet you, Abdul.
Hey, you be careful out there.
Give me a second.
Boris, I've got to fuck off. Something's come up, alright, so I'll have to catch you tomorrow.
Yeah. Are you in a hurry?
Yeah.
You need some food or water, Abdul. You must take care of yourself. Of course.
There's something.
Sounds good to me. Take care, folks.
Stay safe out there.
See ya.
Pleasure to meet you guys.
Well, it's good to meet you again, Joe. I don't know if
Your
you
voice
remember
is
me.
very familiar.
Yeah, Cheney. I was
Oh, how
Hammer
are
back
you?
then. Still with Hammer, I suppose. Doing all sorts of well.
Good to see
been
you
in,
still alive then.
Yeah. I've been in Mexico for some time.
How you feeling, Abdul?
Well, likewise, I should say. You know, always surprises me when I find people of old. You know,
Well as I can be, Percy.
good to see you.
Yeah, get in there. I think you know her, right?
It seems
Talk
like
to her.
it's busy today. I've been sitting in that corner over
Been
there
a
for
while.
maybe 30 minutes, but if you're still too busy, I can always come back another day.
Hello, Miss Kuyo. How are you?
I think our formal meetings are over.
Hola, Abdul.
Yeah,
Hey.
that's me.
I called you. I've not seen you in a long time. Where have you been?
About just not really doing a lot since Mr. Huxley sort of shelved things and left the state.
No shit. What a shame.
Yeah, I think he felt guilty for me doing most of the work, so he just left it all to me instead.
Good to know that you're also alive. You did not just die.
Yes, well, when Mr. Esteban says, well, that fellow you used to do business with helped us do auctions, we could maybe use you for it as well. Well, that's a job, so here I am.
Are you drinking
Hey.
anymore?
What difference does it make to you?
It makes a difference to me because it's man I used to supply him with things.
I can grab him by the ankle and swing him around
Oh goodness.
and toss him into the sun if I want to. But hey, we treat him just fine. Also, while I have everybody here, as you heard, we do gun auctions. I like to have 3 crates of weapons before I do an auction. Right now we have about a crate and a half. So if any of you come across a weapon that has a nice story or that's clean, that's easy to sell, I'll buy it off of you.
Looking at you, Jim Lee.
Jim Lee, what about the sucker Fisher? Didn't he have another special on him?
Just engraved.
Weren't you just trying to sell me a senior deputy's?
Yeah, that's
Navy?
Fisher gun. Yeah.
Well, maybe Esteban's interested in buying it.
If they're a famous
Fisher,
deputy, a lot
or
of people
Fisher
know
didn't,
maybe.
didn't know what was coming to him. He ain't famous or nothing. He just happened to be at the wrong place at the wrong time. We needed a deputy out of Blackwater, and he was it. So nothing too special, but
Nay, then I'm not so interested in it.
yeah.
I will try to get a sheriff gun for you, Mr. Esteban.
Hey, está bueno.
Free will, Jim Lee.
Also, the fights. We have a fighting event on the 28th. 8 p.m. It's still a ways off, but should be good.
I want to fight, man.
Thank you for the follow, Kai.
Está bueno. You can, I can telegram Delaney.
Yeah, Bill's pretty good.
Please do.
The champion as of right now is Theo.
Yeah. You don't want to beat him.
That's my son. That's my son.
Just trying to make June beat him. Someone, the best fighter here could train him. June into some kind of I don't know, unhuman like fighter.
A monster.
I'll be damned, that man is built like a brick.
I'm good. He was a fella that was here earlier, right?
Yeah. I
He went
met
off
him-
toward Limpany looking for work.
Met him yesterday, wandering around with a sack on his back.
Yeah.
With Jim Lee here, and did a sparring. I guess he beat the shit out of Jim Lee.
Not to beat the shit out of me. It was a close fight. What's your mark?
Well, he was.
Well, Jim Lee's a pretty good fighter, so if he whooped him.
Yeah, I mean that's saying something.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Uh-oh, here we go.
Here we
Everybody
go.
gather around.
Belle, have you ever beaten Gideon Graves?
Yep.
Alright, she's good enough.
All right, Jim Lee, Bill. Tops off.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna go get some water.
Bill, I was kidding. Okay, good.
Well, this will be interesting.
Jesus.
Why are you offering it?
Yes, the one that we got last time, I turned it into a condom.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Hola, todo
I
el
would wait to
mundo.
ask Esteban, to be honest. I don't really know.
Okay.
Hola.
I don't know shit, to be honest with you.
Hombre,
I'm just a
hola.
big dumb fatty, you know.
Let me know when you're ready.
Okay.
¿Habla español?
Sí,
What
go
are
for
you
it.
fighting?
I'm ready.
¿De dónde es usted?
Shoot it.
Un momento.
De Cádiz, mi arma.
De Cádiz.
Sí, sur de España, lo conocí.
I'm just a soldier.
I love when people get.
One.
The only thing is we don't do banks that often, so we don't need much of it, you know?
Kick his ass.
Understandable.
Oh. Oh, my.
Jim Lee is hitting a woman like a...
Where do you get
Rodrigo,
your money?
capitán.
Not from
Rodrigo
banks.
Well, we tend to
Come on, Bill.
do like jobs ourselves, if that makes sense. You know, we're self-sufficient, you know, so we go out alone, stuff like that. And, well,
Please.
we make enough money for our bank to, you know, keep us going at least. If you ask Esteban, I'm usually broke and begging for money, so...
Come on.
Do you still have... So Huxley left you with the guns that were supplying him as well?
No, I think he's got quite a few of those still.
Ah, that's terrible.
Come on, Bill.
Okay.
Lay the hammer down.
I had some things, but not much.
Oh. There we go. Let's go on.
Oh,
Bring
okay.
me someone stronger, please.
Good guy.
Oh, shit.
Oh, Christ, my horse.
Jim Lee
Ay,
with the shit
my
talk.
horse
Oh, and
trampled.
then you just trampled her.
Oh,
Do you mind if I sit next to
lovely.
you?
Hey, okay, I was just pumping up with the fight. There was a rush in my head,
Come on,
okay? I take my words
lug.
back, Belle.
I could barely recognize
All
you,
right, who's got a
Chico.
medical
It's
badge?
been so
I sure
long.
don't. Not on me.
You're just
Oh, I'm sure there'll be a
wandering
best
around,
help,
see
but
what this is.
no,
I got a one.
Oh, okay.
While that I was
That's good.
Well,
living mostly
let me
with
put her
my
over here and we'll,
fiancée doing a lot of
Yeah,
things
so
with
right
her
now we're
wise.
just wandering around trying to meet more people out
She got
west.
shot
Well, how about you
down
get
by
I
a
see.
woman, passed on the operating table trying to save her life. So
Smart guy. What a nice guy.
Goodness. Sorry to hear that.
I'm making friends. Oh.
You're hurt?
I see. What's he
shot in
suffering?
the chest twice on Sunday.
Dripping. What's dripping?
Right, to fight.
I'll be right back.
There was
I guess.
Oh,
in
I'm
one
sorry
of
to
my
hear that.
lungs,
have a
I'm very
look.
sorry.
I guess it was. I don't know if it. I think it went all the way through.
Yeah,
Holy shit.
I need a clean bandage. Let me clean the wounds. a
Strange
bit.
angle. I got shot.
But
from
is he
a
getting better or is he
building
getting
above
worse?
me, so I think it was a little difficult to deal with. Exactly.
You have a saint looking after you for him to not just let you die. Goodness.
Percy,
They were all put down for it.
Wait, what? What did you say?
All of them were put down by the end of it.
You have to tell me how did that go.
Horribly. I don't actually want to talk about it ever again.
Have you met Carlos yet?
Okay. Right. Well, it seems like they saw the floor that day.
Hey, very
He's
quickly.
dreaming.
Very quickly.
Have you met a man named Carlos yet?
No, I rarely met anyone here.
Chihuahua.
Yes, he rides with Esteban sometimes, and like a Chihuahua, if something he feels protective of gets hurt, he sort of flies off the handle, so to speak. I think he put down half of them by himself.
No, I did not give you my.
Well, I
my
know that
name,
feeling.
Mister. I am Miguel.
How you doing, by
Hidalgo.
the way, Abdul?
Is this Thorsten?
It is.
Oh my
I was going to
goodness.
you next after I've, you know.
Sorry, continue.
All good, all good.
I'm doing fairly well, honestly, all things considered.
All right, that's good. That's
Thank you,
good.
sir.
So I'm good.
You want to fight again?
Can't complain. So how about you, Cujo?
Rodrigo. I consider Rodrigo my boy.
Long story, but I
talking about my
am.
boy,
Percy,
Benny.
count us out.
I'm moving around a little
What?
bit.
That's
You
it.
know how I am. I move around a lot.
Yeah, my
Yes,
boy.
that sounds about it. So you're still Golden Hound?
I will always be a
That's
hound.
the primary reason
I
why I'm
see.
down here traveling.
I haven't
around.
seen
After, okay.
the rest for
I don't ever manage
goddamn
to
long while.
Can I spit you over here?
Let me know when
really
you're
quick?
ready.
Mm-hmm.
I'm ready.
It is. Okay.
3, 2, 1.
So you're at the Lobos now. When did this happen?
Wait, what?
You're at the Lobo?
Yes.
When did this happen?
Not too long ago. I can't remember when it was,
Come on, Bill.
but not too long ago.
This is the definitive fight.
Or is this like you fit in here for sure?
Oh.
It's more so, well, you know, Hammer, and you know me, just looking
I
for
should
like-minded
figured you out,
people
Jim.
wherever it is. And well,
All good.
I guess we're getting a little bit too old to be running around like crazy, traveling from east to west every day like we did before. So
Sí, that's bien.
Just
think we
until I talk to Hector, I've got
looking
3
for
rubies,
somewhere to
5 sapphires, and 3 diamonds. that
call
belong to
home.
Del Lobos.
Hey, Hector was supposed
That
to
right
spread
now.
them out today, but then he went to sleep.
So what about your
Got them in a
folks?
gem pouch with our name
Oh, I've been
in the wagon.
like
All
I
right,
said,
just hold on to
Mexico
it now
for the
until we
last
get
6
everything
months.
together.
For that, it's been probably a couple months before that again.
Do an inventory, keep track of everything we do have somewhere.
I think I last
See,
time
we'll
started
dedicate a
the
day to
train
this. Maybe we'll do
station
this Sunday.
at Emerald Ranch.
I don't know if I'll be around then, but
See, well, whenever you're around, we know.
sounds good. This horse is not happy.
Ooh.
We got an insular cover
Ay,
with the law.
Dios.
The sheriffs are dead,
Oh.
and well,
A huevo.
She's a monster. Look at her.
Oh my god, look at these cows.
Oh. Will he ever go down?
it's not easy for us to just
He's taking the hits.
roam around. I just got
He just
a
keeps doing the same thing
Tough.
over and over again.
I'm just fucked up though.
Come on. Give him the combo. The wombo
Yeah,
combo.
so did I. I was in Sisika not too long ago.
Jeez, you.
And
Why is he standing?
well, I got
No
a
idea.
piece of my
Jim
ass
Lee
shot
has an
off
iron jaw.
about a week ago, so
Seriously. Tougher than
I guess
nails.
it's been a rough patch, I guess.
Come on, Bell. Oh. Oh. What?
What?
Jim Lee. What the
Well,
hell? You got iron in your fucking bones?
Yeah,
got something
been
in his bones.
fighting.
I was saying he's
that
technically
seemed
fighter.
kind of,
That's
Yeah,
and he
I don't know.
got punched and he was still standing.
I thought the lady is hitting double the punches, but I guess there is more power in Jim Lee.
Your own. You was doing
But-
everything you could.
Well, if you think it's foul, I guess only way to figure out is to do him yourself.
It was a good fight.
Yeah, I think my fighting days are over with the fists.
Yeah, well. You can't always
All
win,
right,
Bell.
within 10 to 15 minutes, we're gonna mount up and we're gonna ride out, okay? Those of you that have come to visit, feel free to stick around. You know, Kuyo and Abdul, Cheney, Rafael. If you guys want to go get up to something, that's up to you. I know, Abdul, you're not really in the shape. But hey, I'm gonna grab food and water.
Do you want the company, Abdul?
Hey.
Sure.
Where is Miguel?
He's at the gate.
He was just here.
Alright.
Talking with someone.
We don't have to go anywhere if you're not feeling well. To be fair, I'm not feeling well either. I need to go see a doctor myself. I've
Cujo,
been
it
putting it off.
was good to meet you. Hope to
It
see
is
you
good to see you again.
sooner than a year from now.
Take care, Cheney.
A little sooner than last time. And Raphael, you know, I'll be around here.
Mm.
Yeah. I'll put my head.
Don't get shot.
Yeah, well, I'm saving the second ass cheek for you. Cujo. All right. Send my goodbyes to the rest here.
Take care.
No, not yet. You want me to do it now?
I barely ever come out here.
Good to meet you.
I hate it.
Yeah,
I hate heat.
likewise.
I hate the sand and the dirt.
Is that you, Kuyo?
Hola.
Привет.
Yes.
How are you?
Well, I'm pretty good, pretty good. Haven't seen you in a while. Or you have been riding somewhere else and I just haven't seen you.
I'm elusive. I do apologize.
Where we're going?
Oh, yeah.
Trying to find this.
I don't remember your name. What is your name?
What did you say?
I do not remember your name. I apologize.
Boris.
Boris.
Yeah.
Right. It is a pleasure to see you again. And alive, too.
Yeah. Well, Law shot me down in Armadillo a while ago, and they shot me in my neck, so that's why I sound a little bit different than I used to, but I served 1900 days in Sisica, and now life is smiling again, I guess.
Yeah.
But I can say that prisons over here, they are fucking daycare compared to Russia. Everybody was saying that Sisica is a bad place, but, well, there was good food and, well, I'm used to, if you don't behave, they are gonna torture you to death in Russia, so I kind of behaved, and I think the prison was a nice place and the guards were really nice, at least for me.
No, the guards fucking hate me. Every time I go to Sisica, they put me in solitary, and then they put me in a box.
Yeah, you have probably done something.
Well, the warden hit me in the face with a hammer for no reason, and I can tell you there was no reason for him to hit me in the face. And then I decided to shank him with a sheave, and every time I go to Sisica, I get punished for it.
Yeah, well, that's understandable. If they would have done something without any reason for me also, I
They
would
did it
do
in
the
front of my dog
same.
as well.
Oh, yeah, I guess they put Percy on hotbox also over there, but I completely understand why he got in there.
Yeah.
He's
They
trying to...
They are kind to certain people, but they are monsters to others. They like to play with people too. They give you a false sense of security, but next time you go in, it'll probably be different. Hopefully not.
Yeah, I know. I get the feeling from two of them that I met that, yeah, they like violence. They satisfy themselves of kicking other people and torturing them, probably. So I kind of feel the same sometimes.
Yeah. But don't get yourself killed out there, though. Seems like you have something good on for you at the moment.
Well, I'm. This is my first time that I'm out here. Hammer and Bears joined the Lobos, and so I just came to see my friends. I'm still kind of drifting around, crossing, trying to find my place, but
Nothing wrong with that.
yeah, I guess so. But I promised when I came from Russia that I will find my own place over here, so it will just take some time, but it will come.
Say hello to my sister for me if you see her, please.
You're from Russia?
Me?
Well, no, you, Abdul?
No, Boris is, yes.
Oh, your sister is in Russia?
No, my sister Hades is somewhere near where Boris usually is.
Oh, right.
They spend
Yeah.
Yeah, he should be.
Your sister
Yeah.
Hades. Wow.
Yeah, she's my adoptive daughter.
Alright. I love Hades.
Yeah, you
Hades is
hear
a
what
good one.
people did to her.
Hey, Boris, come here.
Yeah.
Real quick, sorry.
Yeah, a
Excuse us.
second.
You're fine. Is there a place where I can go do pee around here?
Armando.
Huh?
Where's the house?
There's a couple around. Well, there's one there.
Oh, okay.
There's one
There's
over
one on the outside of the wall
over there
as well.
Okay, I have to go pee, so I'll be back.
What are you getting up to, Esteban?
We're going to be looking for Hank Hammer and his goons.
Good.
See, if he'd have just, challenged us to some sort of fight and done it honorably, that'd be one thing, but doing what he did to Percy, now it's, no. What would have been an anonymous battle out in the desert that nobody would have known about, now I'm gonna make it very fucking public. I'm going to embarrass him.
I understand. I don't know that you do it the way the Egyptians do, but I understand.
What I just can't grasp is how he did it. I just don't understand what the point is, since he didn't have a problem with us, really. And then all of a sudden he tends to grab one when he's a whole posse and drag him through the streets. Doesn't make sense to me.
If he's against the West, then it doesn't matter.
Well, he said he's
it
against
sounds-
every outlaw, but for whatever reason he's tackling the West to begin with. The odd thing is
Still
he's got a
sounds
bunch of
stupid to
outlaws riding with him to begin with.
That's either vigilantism or a gang.
Well, it's the ranchers and McFarlanes. But they all brag about being criminals, so I don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
They are criminals themselves. They drag the man through the street, you know?
And among other things, I mean, he must be quite delusional, I think.
Spoken in Arch. I'm going to sleep, so good to see you all, and have a good night.
Well, likewise.
Yeah.
Boris.
Dos Vidania. Huh?
Dos Vidania, spoken in Arch.
Hey, Perdai.
All right.
Did you speak with Mr. Cook about Mr. Hammer?
I sent him a telegram briefly, but see, Cook has agreed that we will fight on equal grounds with equal numbers. So no one's getting kidnapped on their own, no one's getting ganged up on. If we see 4 of them and we have 6, we're gonna send 2 away and fight them with 4, that sort of thing.
Right.
They've also agreed not to allow the law to pick the bones of the fight. So if we fight them and a couple of them are injured and the law show up wanting to grab them, we're not going to let them do it.
So, by the way, do you know why they want to continue the fight?
Why they want to?
Yes.
They just want their blood.
I assume they're a little bit embarrassed.
They think that it was like unprovoked, even though, they called me a liar and doubled down on it. But see, they're gonna keep coming until either we break their spirits or they feel satisfied.
I suppose. Well, I'll be waiting.
Is this a private conversation right here?
No.
Okay.
It's not a private conversation. But see, if everybody has food and water in their bellies and has all the supplies they need, we're gonna ride out.
See?
All right.
Muy bien. What about you, Miguel? How do you feel?
Good.
Está bueno.
What do you mean about the people?
About your energy. Like,
Good to see you,
you're
by
on
the
for
way.
another
Good to
2
see you
hours.
too.
And feel free to, talk to people around here and such. And stay here for a bit. We're gonna ride out, so I guess Abdul is staying. So
Well, you can talk to him, eh?
yes, maybe get acquainted.
See, senor. Stay safe, eh?
You too, and you take care of Abdul, goddammit.
I will. How you doing, Abdul? Well, my name is Rafael, so I'm just...
Hello, Raphael. Been better, but I'm not terrible, honestly, all things considered.
I mean, you barely sitting. Not even standing, eh?
Well, you try getting shot twice in the chest and have them take a bullet out of your lung.
By whom, senor? If you don't mind me asking.
Oh, Mr. Cook and his group. I don't know exactly. One of those 6.
From the west as well.
Mercer, yeah. Fort Mercer.
Well, aren't those the 2 people who were there? Creed and another one.
Where's Miguel?
Mr. Cook and
The bar.
Minnie and Johnny.
The
White,
bar.
I think. Those are the only names I knew that were there.
Should I go get him?
See.
I believe he's talking with Miss Kuyo.
All right, everybody. Thank you for showing us such hospitality. You all have a lovely day.
Of course.
Likewise.
Hasta luego.
See the senor that leaving? From those 2 who are leaving. Those 2 leaving. I think they are from the Fort Mercer, eh?
I don't know. I know Jim Lee. I don't know the other. I don't know where they all ride out of. Oh, and Rodrigo. Yeah, no idea.
Stay safe, everyone.
Hey, buena suerte.
Hey, he just fell off his horse.
Of course he did. Hasta luego.
Adios.
See you later.
Stay safe. Stay safe, everyone.
Cuídense.
Well, Abdul, if you need something, I'll bring it to you, okay?
Rafael?
Yeah, see, senor.
I'm heading to Armadillo. Can you join me so Law doesn't catch me?
Well, may I, Abdul, just to give him a hand and then come back?
Well, you don't have to ask permission of me, my friend.
See? Alright. Well.
You're a free bird, Rafa.
Well, I just don't want to leave him like that, okay?
Stay safe, okay,
It's
Abdul?
okay, he's not alone. I'm here with him.
Alright. If you need anything, I can bring it from there.
Certainly, I'm alright though, thank you.
And definitely it will be hot because we are in the west.
I don't think the telegram boy would give it my telegrams anyhow.
We're not dying. You're going with me. Of course you're dying.
Are you sure you should be sitting down, Chico? You don't look good at all.
I'm actually doing a fair bit better than people think, I think, but
We only got one life.
I managed to pull myself onto my horse and down to the telegram station at Benedict yesterday, believe it or not.
You in a gunfight? I could not imagine you ever being part of a fight with another gun. I mean, no disrespect, of course.
None taken, none taken.
Goodness.
But, that one happened fairly quickly. No, if Runa had not been shot down by Wainwright, she'd have been my gun in that fight, and I would have simply been a business person. Observing from the side, I suppose. We were two sides of the same coin. So now I guess I need to learn how to shoot myself. Not. I need to learn how to shoot like she would have, I suppose. Not shoot myself.
No, I know you have to learn. It is a treacherous path walk. Because at any point you can make a mistake and end up dead.
Certainly, certainly. It's very different from hunting.
I don't think I've ever seen a. Never mind, the deers fight back sometimes.
Goats do periodically, and pigs, and the occasional raccoon or two, but nobody fights like a wolf and nobody fights like a cougar in the crossing. And in fairness, cougars and
Thankfully, that would be terrifying. If a man got on their force and started running at me on their force, I would scream and run away. That'd be the most terrifying thing ever.
It would be, certainly.
It would definitely deter me. Goodness.
But how are things for you? Been busy, I guess? I've not seen you in a long while.
We've been around. We're quiet. We're quiet mostly, but then we're loud when we want to.
Still in Limpany?
No, not at all. We've actually spilled blood in Limpany. Not law blood, but Pavel's blood.
Who did you shoot or cut down or whatever?
Well, to be fair, it Pavel, and then later on, one of his people, Violet. They were running their mouth, and then later on they lied to our faces.
Well, Pavel likes to do both of those things.
They also made it very difficult for us. We almost got caught. We had fought in Limpany several times, and he was acting like we've never fought in Limpany, and he would not leave, and there was law there. He wanted to introduce himself while we were already dealing with another group. It was annoying. He acted like a pest. But that is old news. I've not seen Pele in the longest time.
Well, part of, I think, why Mr. Huxley wound up shelving Flat Neck was Mr. Pavel couldn't leave well enough alone with a lady named Ivy. We were actively trying to make her the 5th partner, I think. Mr. Pavel stabbed her in Mercer, I think, and then...
Why?
He said she was too soft for this life.
What?
He stabbed her and then, I think, shot her with a shotgun or something, but he used Hades to set her up, and so Miss Ivy didn't trust Hades or me because I'm Hades' brother, and it was sort of a whole thing.
Nobody would even trust any. Pavel is a madman. Pavel is a madman that destroyed his own town. He does not have respect for his own people or the people that want to build something. The second that feels threatened, he will. Sorry, go ahead.
I knew that from when Wayne and Wayne Castle and Cecil Younger walked away from him because they felt less like his people and more like hired guns.
He does.
Cecil went and started the Red Jacks after that.
Oh yeah, I remember. The Red Jacks are. I don't think the Red Jacks are around either, which is sad.
I don't think so. There's one kicking about, Nathan Fox.
Nathan?
The one with the deep gravelly voice, if you've ever met him.
No, I do not remember. The only person that I really knew there was Nate and Cecil.
Oh yeah, Bennett. No, not Nate Bennett. I don't know what ever happened to him.
I believe he left the crossing maybe, but he does come over. Last time I saw him, we were talking and we were about to fight the law. So I barely had anything to speak to him. He seemed to be very worried about Dio still.
Oh yes, Dio was supposed to be the other captain or something. Do you know they
You want to go somewhere where it's not raining?
That would be nice. But they offered me a job with the Red Jacks back when the Red Jacks first started.
You know this place better than I do, so.
Could go inside, but there is also a nice pair of rocking chairs here.
There is. Seemed like a lot of people knew Pavel, and honestly, I did not know much about him until Limpani and all these situations started to happen.
Well,
all I knew is that he might have had some rat in his group.
Well, when I got to the crossing, Mr. Pavel was friends with the bastards. Day or the week I showed up in town, one of them was Armadillo, I met Jesse and a group of people all dressed like Jesse. They called themselves Jesse and the Golds because there was a group of deputies led by Tom Hooper who called themselves Deputy Tom Hooper and the Hoopers. They were all dressed up like Tom Hooper and went around trying to arrest people. Jesse thought it was stupid and so did his friends. So they were going to try and have a gunfight with them, and Jesse got shot down in that fight, got hit in the throat, I believe. That's why he grumbled sort of the way that he did after that. But he got taken to Sisika for about 2 weeks, I think, and so did a few of the other bastards, and they left Pavel in charge of things while they were gone. So Pavel sort of met a whole bunch of people in Thieves, and when the bastards came back, he went to Limpani and he took all of them with him. Well, except for me. Because Pavel's one of those people that says, well, if you need work, I can give it to you. And I'm here, so come through and be here and be recognized, and other people will recognize you and also give you work, and then eventually you can move on to other things and maybe start a group or join one that exists already, and all of that.
This is what Pavel was telling you?
Yeah, that's sort of his thing. He's a fixer of sorts, or he was.
Right.
Now he's just
not a very good one.
town.
I understand.
Well, when you alienate the two men most dedicated to what you're preaching, and the wife of one of them, and then you get one of your close friends killed over a stupid honor thing, because you can't leave well enough alone for people up north, and it's I don't know. There's just a lot. Did you meet a fellow named Willard? I think it was Willard. Called himself the Sheriff of Limpany. Used to be in Limpany.
Yes, I heard he died.
He did, yeah. He challenged, what was that fellow's name? It's not Rattlesnake. It was Froggy. He challenged Froggy to a duel over something. Because Froggy used to ride with Pavel, and so did a man named Darius Dixon and a couple of others. Willard, I believe, was one of them as well.
Yeah, I've heard.
They had some falling out, and Willard challenged Froggy, and Froggy won, and Willard didn't walk away from it. So.
Were you friends with him?
Oh, with Willard?
Mm-hmm.
In the sense that Mr. Huxley and I were friends with most people, yes. He rode with Blue Dog for a time. Speaking of,
Whatever happened to Blue Dog?
I have no idea. I think he was looking for an elephant rifle, and then he found one, and he disappeared, and so
and
did,
left.
So did Mr. Hangnail and everybody else that rode with him. Just poof, gone up into smoke overnight.
Maybe he found the key to living, an elephant rifle.
Yeah, maybe. There was a little while that they were living out of Shady Bell. It was the same time that my fiancée Runa was there with a man named Benji the Kid and another fellow named Fester Falls, but Benji disappeared and Fester was in Van Horn for a while, and then he also disappeared, and it was just sort of Runa and I in Thieves Landing trying to figure out what the hell we were going to do next, because the Flatneck Trading Company was gone. Are you alright? What's happened to you? Speaking of, you mentioned not feeling well, but...
I'm alright. It's Sisika. The guards like to treat me as a piece of meat and beat the shit out of me every time they have the chance. You know, they either leave you there to speak to your own ghosts, or they entertain you by beating you. They stepped on my hand several times. Surprisingly, none. I don't feel none of my fingers broken, but they are very tender.
I've only been to Sisika once.
You find yourself, if you can blend in, a lot of the guards will ignore you.
I was only there to visit, so...
You went to Sisika as a visit?
Yep. Runa was there. Do you know who Runa Minette is? Does that name mean anything?
Runa, it sounds familiar. I've heard her name.
She also went by Nobody.
Oh, yes, I met her once in a saloon, and we spoke a little bit. I do remember her.
Yeah, she would rob banks solo, or once...
She was your wife?
Fiance, yes.
Oh, goodness.
She did it once without guns, because she was too worried about kidnapping folks and the temptation of what that would be.
And Pavel shot her?
No.
Oh, this was somebody else.
Yes, a deputy.
Okay.
Yeah. Deputy Wainwright. Though, in fairness to Deputy Wainwright, he was doing his job, and she's the reason he looks like he does, so... Well, sort of. She didn't take his eye.
I do not know a lot of these deputies. Forgive me.
No, it's alright.
There's so many of them. I could barely keep up with names, and to be fair, the little I know about them, the better.
Well, he wears a brown coat. He's got an English accent. He's missing an eye now, and his face looks like somebody tried to make a jigsaw puzzle out of it, which, in fairness, the bear sort of did try to do that.
Mhm. I'm really sorry for her, honestly. I did not know she was your fiance.
Some people did. A lot of people knew her, surprisingly, but yeah. She was
Never anything wrong keeping your private lives to yourselves.
true enough. True enough. We were talking about maybe trying to see if she could go straight and what that would look like.
How do people do it? Start working at a saloon if they even let work there.
I think we were just gonna potentially just open a cafe and figure out how to finance it. She was very good at hunting. The problem was half the time it was other people's animals.
Wait, what?
She would
How
go
about the time it
poaching.
was other people?
Yeah, sheep and chickens and such.
Hmm. And you're thinking of starting the auctions again?
I'm going to work with Esteban on his. Yeah, I think that's the plan anyway.
You should. You should. Even though Huxley is not, I'm pretty sure there's people here that can help you. Shit, I'd help too, if I wasn't so fucked up.
Well,
To be fair, between you and me, the reason I'm out is because I'm trying to hide from my own people.
Your own people?
I don't really know. You know when your own family suffocates you a little bit. That's how it had felt. I do not know anything about my husband. Though. I don't know where my husband is. Last time I heard he got in a big fight, and I've not seen a single telegram. I've not seen him even in the place that we usually go to meet each other. He's never been there, and I've waited.
I don't think I knew that you were married.
No, Donnie.
Donnie.
Donnie is my husband. Donnie Dollars.
No, I don't think so.
He is elusive as well. He has a
I was going to
very
say the only Donnie I know is Donnie Barton.
no. This is Donnie
I
Dollars.
I think I've met Donnie Barton's wife, and it's not you.
No.
Ow.
Careful.
Oh, it's fine.
No, I've been married for 8 years now. I have 5 children in total, but 3 of them came from me. I've made them, and 2 of them is a stepdaughter and an adopted son, which is Dio.
Yeah, Dio. Yes, I've met Dio.
I miss him. I've not heard from him either. To be fair, I've not heard from anyone lately. But I have seen them, but I don't have the strength to walk up to them and speak to them.
Oh, I see.
Being stuck in a box for many, many days does something to you.
Do you think they would telegram you?
They would, but they live busy lives.
Is perhaps the reason that you've not heard from them simply you haven't checked your telegrams, or is that? I don't mean that.
They're
as
all
an
telegrams.
sort of thing, but
We are a little bit strange with telegrams because we don't usually need the telegrams when we always know where everybody is. People are in Van Horn or people are in Saint Denis.
Sure.
So all I have to do is ride to those towns, and hopefully they'll be there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We were thinking about moving to Saint Denis.
It is decent, I guess.
Yes, but it has entirely too many scaly beasties in the waters for.
What? Oh, right.
Yes, she's a pair of matching scar collections from the big white one that lives in Sisika.
Fucking blueberry. Mm.
Yeah. She should get a bit freaked out by them. I don't blame her if it really is as big as they say.
I do not blame her. That alligator or crocodile, whatever it is, that thing is not normal. They are crocodiles, but they're not as big as blueberry. Blueberry is. Can't even. I've never seen a creature that large. Maybe a whale.
I told her that it sounded like a dinosaur. You know those fancy things they found up in Pittsburgh?
I've heard that they found bones or something.
Mm-hmm. It sounds
See.
like a real life one of those, which is frightening. But
Understandable. Especially when Saint Denis apesta, I think. You get used to the smell. It is. I feel like Saint Denis and Valentin rival when it comes to smells.
well, it's a city, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Smells like death, and it chokes you, the smoke of it.
Very similar to London. I visited London a few times when I was still a boy.
Is that on the other side of the pond?
Yes, in England. Not far from where I was born, but a different part of the country still. It was a fun thing to come here and tell everybody, hello, my friend. Yes, I'm from Egypt. A lot of people would go, oh, you have never met an Egyptian. Well,
I've never met one.
Now you have. Of course, he's from Kingston on Thames, but his parents are from Egypt. He's from Egypt, sort of.
Where is Egypt also on the other side of the pond?
Yes, it's in a place called Africa.
What does that look like? What does that place look like?
Well, sort of like this, with less green, believe it or not. Less brown, too, honestly. It's a lot of golden sands and white stone buildings. Crocodiles, too, actually. And the meaner cousins of cougars and panthers. Bigger, I guess I should say. Well, meaner, bigger, and lazier all at the same time. Lions, they're called.
Is that why you moved to the crossing? You're running away from those things?
No, not exactly. My father was a businessman from Egypt. He fled to England because of a revolution that happened just before I was born in Egypt. Egyptians versus English and the Turkish Empire there. They sort of tried to push everyone out. And my father, well, he loved money more than most things, and so he was sort of a trader in their eyes. So he went to England, and I grew up in a fairly decent household as a result. Got good education, have a degree in philology, believe it or not, from Oxford. And
what is that?
Philology is the study of languages. So languages, accents, in the English language, all of these things.
So what you're telling me is that you're too smart to be sitting here.
Well,
Perhaps. I visited England. Excuse me. I visited Egypt after that to get in touch with my mother culture, perhaps learn the language if I could. And when I got there, I met some fellows my own age who quickly realized that I looked like them, sounded like them to some degree, but could not understand them most of the time, and they decided to take advantage of it, and they went on a crime spree unbeknownst to me, set me up. It was the equivalent of about 4 banks, 2 train robberies, 1 or 2 murders. I'm not even sure exactly. I couldn't read the whole dossier when they put it down because it was in Arabic, because the police there are corrupt. Hello, I'm doing well.
Yes. I guess that's a problem everywhere, it seems.
They basically told me, we don't think that you did it because we don't think you have the wherewithal to have done it here. I mean, you can't even read the file. So we have to act on this. Either we execute you or you leave and never come back. So I left and I've not been back. But I came here and I sort of gravitated towards one of my father's core beliefs, believe it or not, which is find the most dangerous people you can and make yourself useful to them. And then they won't be dangerous to you, but they'll be dangerous to everybody else that might be a lesser danger to you.
I see it. I've met a lot of people that have been extremely aggressive just to keep everybody else at bay. That is their only way of keeping themselves safe. You make everybody fear you, or you push everybody away. In a way, you will be safe. Just rather lonely and in danger.
Yes. I would much rather wear my agenda on my sleeve and help other people get rich. Because I stay safe that way.
Could you help me get rich so I can leave the crossing?
How much money are you looking for?
Well, I don't know. Enough money to at least make sure that my children are comfortable. They can get up to them being adultos, and they can make the money however they'd like, but yeah, it's complicated, hard to explain.
Yeah, I don't think it's not exactly a foolproof approach, and you do it the way that we do. You either get rich because other people help you get rich, or you die trying, I suppose.
Yeah. And I do not want to die.
I would rather not.
I got a lot to. I may be old, but I have a lot to do.
Old? What? How old are you? You can't be that old.
I'm almost 40.
That's not that old. Well, I mean, you're older than I am, certainly, but...
I'm 37, but 37, 30, I do not know. But I am close to 40. It's the Caribbean in me, that's why I look like this.
That actually makes a lot of sense. That's the Egyptian in me, it's why I look like this.
It is in our blood.
It is, of a sort.
I always saw those ladies in Saint Denis age so gracefully. I wanted to be like that too. so I get to age gracefully.
You've sort of picked the wrong life for it, I think.
I definitely did not pick the life. The life seems to be part of me at this point. I was born with it. That's why I get a little jealous when people say I left the life. The life, I just left it. How?
I think it takes a lot to just leave it.
Does. I mean, not from a lack of trying. We tried a lot, my husband and I. For 7 years we tried, but it always seemed like bounty hunters or the law would come around and start to push our buttons.
Well, it's tough, right? Because the things that we do, well, you can't just leave without dealing with the consequences, but nobody exactly wants to deal with the consequences.
Exactly.
And you have to deal with those if you're going to make a clean break of it, because there can't be any.
I've come to the realization that I'll never live this life, but my children will never be in this life.
Well, there you go.
That to me is better than I'm not living this life for myself anymore. Everything I do is not for me anymore. Used to be.
Mm-hmm. Now you're doing it for someone else.
I think that's the key of getting out of this life. Don't do it for yourself, do it for somebody else.
Yes, indeed. The person I was staying out of the life for is passed, so...
Yeah. I am really sorry of that. That is my worst fear. You are strong for sitting there and still being here in one piece for the most of it.
I haven't lost any pieces, I've just had a few of them grazed, shot. I'm not even scarred yet. Do you feel well enough to try and slip into Tumbleweed and then to Benedict Point and back?
Of course. I can in about 5 minutes if you don't mind. Give me about 5 minutes and we can ride out.
Just a big goat. I think they used catgut sutures on me. I do remember you, Georgia. I'm still not looking for art. Thank you, though. Not currently in a place where I'm interested in that. But definitely appreciate the hustle. There's a panther sometimes that... Maybe not right now. It's either a panther or a cougar that's sometimes down here. That's tumbleweed right there. So honestly, that'll... Sure. Ooh, what is her horse?
Who are you fighting with?
Hmm?
Who were you fighting with?
The dummies over there that are now all missing pumpkins on their heads.
Alright. Oh, don't get out of the way, you're going to get trampled. Practicing your shot.
Only always. But as I say, men are very different targets from targets or animals, so...
They are. But if you hunt a little bit, even with a bow, it could make you understand a gun a little bit.
I do hunt a fair amount, but I don't use a bow. I can't really make heads or tails of it. I know I'm sure it is buried somewhere deep in my ancestral past. Egyptians were known for our chariots and our archery once upon a time.
I follow you. I do not know the West very well.
I'm learning there's sort of a straight shot toward town. You just have to occasionally be careful of the cougar den over to the left somewhere.
A cougar?
Sometimes. I didn't used to believe they were out here, and then I saw 3 of them in one day. Actually, Red Lance rescued me from one of them. If you know him. He's a big native fellow, usually wears a light blue shirt. He's a very good shot with a bow. He's sort of he's in our line of work, but he's sort of mostly a mercenary. I think. I met him in Thieves, but I'd heard his name long before. Is that a Shire?
This is an Ardennes.
Ah, yes. The French war horses.
Well, so I learned something new today. You should be a teacher. What the fuck? You should be a scholar. You should be like I don't know.
I'm
Somebody
far too young for a scholar. I thought about maybe becoming a doctor. In fact, I've taken some basic classes.
The doctor is always needed, of course. Especially for people like us. If you're going to be running with the Lobos, they may need somebody.
Yes.
Did I need a doctor right now?
Do you?
I'm in a lot of pain. I'm just.
What did happen? Like, why are you in a lot of
They beat the shit out of me. They come around. I don't even know how many. If it's the next day or not, all I see is darkness. I don't really see when the sun comes out. The only way I know the sun's out is because they're taking me out to put me on a box. They dry you from inside out. And feel very thirsty. Thirst becomes your enemy. You try to drink anything, even your own blood.
That's not good for you.
It is not.
Can't
But
be
I
satisfying either.
was desperate.
Sort of have the double-edged sword where certain people know me, but only well enough to recognize me, not to necessarily know that who I ride with or what I do anymore. Which is fine. Perhaps I should just tell them I'm a teacher.
It's an honorable job. Not many people are teachers too. Garita, please, what are you doing?
Oh no, it's doing the long thing again. 20 flint. Good or perfect. Some days I like to just spend time in the old mine, see what I can
Strong
find.
horse you got there.
Sometimes there's gemstones, sometimes just semi-precious gems. Sometimes it's worth it.
I used to have a friend that was always in the mines. Always. That was his life. That was his home. All he did was you have a conversation with him, and all he would talk about was gems. And the kind of stones that he would find. He had a name for specific stones that he would find. I had no idea what to be talking to me about. I'd still listen. He was passionate.
I just know that the fellows will pay for certain coloured ones and certain amounts and so forth. Sometimes it's good enough.
That is the only way of me having some money on me. Speaking of passion, what are you passionate about?
When did we speak of passion?
I said that my friend was passionate, so I
Oh, you
asked,
did.
what are
You
you
did.
passionate about? What are you passionate about? Your passion making other people rich.
Yeah, and hopefully myself, I suppose. How don't know exactly. I suppose that's part
Learning.
of why I came here.
Is learning your passion.
It could be, I suppose. Learning the way of a criminal now, I suppose. Versus the way of a businessman.
There is strength in knowing things.
True. And knowing when to keep your mouth shut and who to tell the things and so on, everything else.
Mm-hmm.
Learned that fairly quickly. The Dirty Boys were at war with Bowser Boys. That's what they were called. I'd seen them in months. Marius, Cicero, and a few others. And, one group asked for information on the other. I said, "Oh, they passed through here earlier." "Oh, fantastic! Let me pay you for that." Why? It was hours ago. Of what use is it to you? But
It is information.
I suppose.
Whether it is useful or not, it is up to them.
Very true. And eventually there was sort of a well, Pavel was like, spreading information is not good necessarily.
How about you?
A target. He said that just in general, which I find funny now, considering how he just collects it of everyone. I think that's really what Mr. Pavel does. He just wants to know as much as he can about everyone and then sort of doles it out to whoever he likes.
He is a strange one.
But regardless, I gave Dirty Dougie's telegram number to Marius Cicero, because Cicero said, "Oh, we're having problems with Dirty Boys." And I said, "Yeah, I know, they've come through and asked after you. So perhaps if you telegram this fellow, you'll be able to sort through your problems together and you won't deal with me anymore."
Mm-hmm.
And then Dougie and the Dirty Boys came through and were incensed about someone was giving information to the Bowsers. I said, "Did you give information?" I said, "Well, I gave a telegram number, and then I said, you deal with them. I'm not going to anymore." Dirty Boys are fine now, I suppose, but I learned my lesson. I don't do information if I can help it. So.
I did get a telegram from one of my men a while ago saying that the Dirty Boys seem to be split off. That some of them might have joined Pavel.
Oh, strange. Well, that's someone. I wonder who that is.
Hola. No telegrams.
Johnny Waggy.
Who's that?
Hello, my friend.
What's your name, fella?
It's, Abdul-Qadir. My friends call me Abdul, or the Egyptian. And yours?
Pleasure. Johnny.
Mr. Waggy, is that you?
Yeah, that's right.
Good lord, it's been ages since I've seen you, I think.
You, Moody?
Sorry?
You're not Mr. Moody, are you? Or am I mistaken?
Mr. Moody?
Yeah, I think I'm mistaken.
I don't know what you mean.
Ah. Where have I seen you then?
Well, when you rode with the Rude Boys, Drina and the
Oh,
McKinley brothers, you
they
took me for a
robbed the bank.
once. Yes.
Yeah. Interesting. All right. Well, good to see.
Yes. Very long time.
I was gonna say healthy, but you don't look very healthy.
Yeah, well, I took 2 bullets to the chest on Sunday, so.
Versus who?
Disagreement between folks I'm riding with and other folks.
What's your folks?
Do you know Mr. Esteban?
Yeah, I know Mr. Esteban.
Doing a bit of business with him these days, since Mr. Huxley, that was doing the trading companies, just disappeared into thin air and sort of left things on my shoulders.
Is that right? You with that person out there?
Yes.
So, this disagreement, this was between Cook's folk, wasn't it?
Yes, and I'm not sure I fully understood it, to be honest with you.
I was just about to ask. Why? You rode into our home, calling us liars, saying you're going to cut our tongues out,
Mr. Waggy, if you're
and then
using,
firing upon us.
If you're using the first person, then you were there, and I hope you do recognize that I didn't say
Everything
anything.
all right?
Well, you were there, you fired upon us. I was there. I shot Mr. Esteban himself.
Oh, I see.
And I'll do it again. But there's bigger fish out there that require my attention, so I think today you get off easy. But if I see you around again by yourself, you won't be so lucky.
Well, if you've spoken with Mr. Cook, I suppose it depends on whether you're by yourself.
No. Is that a threat?
No, sir. I've just been told that lines have been drawn.
Yeah, there's lines. That's why I said there's bigger fish out there. Once we deal with Hammer, then things will be back to normal out in the west. So are you friends with this Mr. Esteban? Are you close?
Close? If he's offered me a job.
Is he friendly with law?
I mean, he's the most wanted man in all of the crossing.
Nah.
I wouldn't call him that friendly, no.
I just heard a rumor that he's working with them.
The last time Law came anywhere near where we are, they got into a gunfight. So I don't.
Wait, you heard a
I
rumor
don't
that
think
Esteban
that's
is
true.
working with... Wait, I want to hear this. Where did you... I want to know this because I don't really know Esteban too well.
Well, I don't know you, so I reckon it's not my place to share. Besides, they are merely rumors.
Do you believe them?
I don't know. I know there's a lot of interesting things he says that makes me question it. But as you said, he is the most wanted man in the crossing. Why did you decide to ride up to the fort that day? What prompted that?
Carlos wanted to have a chat with Cook about something. I assume it
Carlos.
Yeah. I assume it was the way that Law have been gunning for us.
Yeah.
By that, I suppose I mean just everybody out west. I don't
say
think that's necessarily your fault, but
I was gonna say that's You can see the hypocrisy in that, right?
I see both
You're
sides to it, yes.
Well,
Yes.
you're the most wanted man in the West, and you're complaining that there's law out here.
Right.
Which is kind of, you know.
Yes.
Anyways, I reckon I won't take up much more of your time.
Certainly.
You heal up, Mr. What's your name? Abraham? No, fuck. What was your name?
Abdul-Qadir.
Abdul. That's right. That's right. I'll see you around.
Indeed.
Oh. And there's Law and Armadillo.
Oh, good to know. Thank you.
Well, I'm glad I was with you.
So am I.
I might want to tell Ram Esteban about this.
What are you shooting now?
Oh, wait, when things just they get taken away by something else, it seems.
What did you shoot?
It was a little armadillo.
Ah. They're tough, surprisingly.
Mm-hmm.
It's a shame. I quite like Mr. Waggy from the other time we'd met.
I mean, you've shed blood, his people's blood, so they're going to.
Oh
You
no,
know,
this was months and months ago that I met him first.
you know, I know about these rumors before. They've done shit like this.
No?
They are known to come up with rumors themselves and then act like they heard it somewhere else. They've done this before. I've seen this. That's why I didn't even question him anymore because they've done it.
I see.
They are making rumors, it seems.
Perhaps I should have pretended to be this Mooney? What did he call me? I don't even know if you heard him.
He would still recognize you. Still right.
Probably.
But it seems like if you were alone he would have done something about it.
I am not the sort of man to well, he likely would have, and he likely would have triumphed simply because I'm in the state that I'm in. And I hope he would have felt good about it, I guess.
Did you telegram Esther?
Oh yes, I was mid-telegram him when you were telling me maybe I should.
Mm-hmm.
There's always the hope that perhaps a man can be reasoned with. Well, not One are reasonable fellows, I suppose. I need to pull some tumbleweed again on the way back.
I would be careful roaming around yourself, because that means he can play around other people to come to Rascal or to take you, or anybody there. It's a possibility.
I suppose, yes. I hope they can figure out what it is and squash it.
Where do you buy? Where do you get bandages here?
Just behind you in that tent. On the left there. Yep.
Oh. Okay.
I shall likely lay my head down when we get back.
Mhm.
Any more vague threats pointed my way.
They were definitely not vague. I don't plan on getting myself involved in any of what's happening. I do not understand it to begin with. Other than Cook want to kick the law out of the West, but that is
I don't fully
simply-
understand it either. It felt to me as though Carlos just really wanted to start something.
Hmm.
And he latched on to Cook being a little disrespectful to Esteban and blew it out of proportion. And then guns were drawn and it was too late. But I imagine a lot of that is simply I've spent a very long time trying to be neutral to everyone so I can sell guns to anyone. Maybe not a good headspace to be in any longer. Still, that is the funny thing. Technically, I was there with you, but you're not with Esteban. Exactly. So, had Mr. Waggy really wanted to do something, he probably could have.
Yes. Well, good thing I was there.
Yeah. No, I say vague threats because I've been threatened by his brother before, and they are anything but vague when they come from Mr. Paxton. I asked how Johnny was because I had a good chat with him when we were in the bank. And apparently he had been shot down that day, and Paxton took it as a sort of rub in the face rather than genuine. I haven't seen him in a while. How is he?
To come to see that a lot of these wars, They will get under your skin, but you must not let it.
Hmm?
Some of these wars, the fights, when you go toe to toe with other people's beliefs, it may get under your skin and you may start losing yourself. You start making a lot of mistakes because of it.
I suppose. Mr. Esteban has seemed fairly neutral. That's, well, as far as you can go, being neutral and also being wanted for almost 14,000 days. But I think I understand you.
I'm not speaking about Esteban, I'm speaking about you.
No, yes, I'm just meant in general. Maintain my sense of who I
Your
am,
dignity?
I suppose. Yes.
Yes.
If I wanted to truly stoop to a certain level, I'd be carrying around handcuffs and predator bait. My fiancée was a very inventive woman. We can leave it at that. There is some amount of honor to things, I suppose, at least, thankfully. Principle, I think they call it.
Shut up. we have a little joke when it comes to that word. I've not heard that word in a long time, to be fair. A very long time. No, I guess I'll wait here for Esteban and I'll let them know if you are lying your head down.
I think perhaps I shall.
You should rest. You are really in no condition to be moving around much. Especially getting shot again.
Yes, indeed.
Alright, Chico, take care. Keep well.
You as well. And we'll call that there. I'm probably not going to be streaming much for the rest of the week until maybe Sunday.